Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Zafar Kamal bin Abdullah, Form 4 student from SMK Bukit Kuala Kangsar. Today, I would like to talk about a book entitled The Garden of Evening Mist. Without further ado, let's dive deeper into the book. The book, The Garden of Evening Mist, written by a Malaysian novelist Tan Tuang Eng. It contains about 348 pages. This is a book which tells about, in the highlands of Malaya, a woman, which refers to Teo Yun Ling, sets out to build a memorial, which is a Japanese garden, to her sister, killed at the hands of the Japanese during the brutal occupation of their country. Yun Ling's quest leads her to the Garden of Evening Mist, where she meets Nakamura Aritomo, a man with astonishing skills and reputation, who once was a gardener for the Emperor of Japan. When Yun Ling accepts his offer to become his apprentice, she begins a journey into her past, inextricably linked with the secrets of her troubled country's journey. Now, this story completely tells about the situation during the Japanese colonization in Malaya, or to be precise, during World War II. What's best about this book? We'll talk about that later. This book was once published in 2012, later awarded for the Man Asian Literary Prize. In 2019, this book was adapted into a feature film. This is the latest version of this book, based on the film. Characters plays quite a role in telling the readers how they are described as. In this case, the book follows a protagonist named Teo Yun Ling, a Malaysian Chinese woman who was captured by the Japanese in a labor camp, tortured along with her sister Teo Yun Ho. Teo Yun Ling is dedicated and a brave woman. She would do anything for her sister's sake to build the garden. Then she meets Nakamura Aritomo. As I said earlier, Aritomo is an expert gardener living in the mountains of Cameron Islands. They later begin to share things in common and started to fall for themselves. What's best about this book is, it tells you about Yun Ling's story in different timelines, like herself during the war, after the war, and herself during the present. It contains suspension and makes us question, what happened to Aritomo in the present? Or how cruel are the Japanese during the World War II? That brought to my attention when I first read this book. And lastly, this book also contains historical purposes about the Japanese during in our country. It may sound brutal, but it's educational. Well, this book may have some major plots that easily make young readers feel uncomfortable to read. But this book has deep meanings. I started to feel bad about women being tortured, especially Yun Ling, who got her little finger cut off for stealing food for her sister. I like how the book used different languages in some sentences. Some words are jumbled with Malay words to show that the person is using Manglish, making it easier to understand their dialogues. This book has successfully drawn my attention to read it. Overall, it is a splendid book. I might recommend some of you to read it. That's it for the book talk. See you soon. Bye bye.